I'm human. Because
Mhm.
what we got on Raw was the real John Cena. And if you didn't know, now you know. So we're gonna talk about that. Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Just like to say, he wasn't talking to me, okay? John wasn't talking to me. Respectfully, John wasn't talking to me. Listen, I felt, listen, I felt that. I'm still rocking with him. I'm still rocking with him. I'm rocking with him forever. And Cody Rhodes, when he came out, he did nothing but prove John Cena's point. Cody Rhodes is a perfect example of toxic masculinity in the workplace. This man, John, he poured his heart out in front of however many thousand of people was in that arena. That is a hurt man. That is an upset man. And he was like, hey, I'm just having a bad day, and y'all have made me the butt of a joke. Y'all have made me an accessory, and I'm doing what I gotta do. And then
He
Cody
didn't,
gonna come out and call my man's a bitch. Like, why he
he,
do that?
he didn't only say that he's having a bad day. He said he's in a toxic relationship. Now, for those that have been in toxic relationships and we got out of it, we know how it is. Hindsight 2020. So 25 years later, you are now telling us that we're in a toxic relationship. He wasn't talking to me neither. He was talking to them little ass kids, especially the ones that he
Right,
zoomed in on.
right.
Oh man. And you
Now,
know what? He pointed it out too. He said, you and you wear my shirt and you.
imagine you've scrounged up all of your coins. You finally get the chance to go to a WWE show. You buy your John Cena shirt. John Cena, fuck you.
Yo,
That
he called out everyone that was, I think he, I think he called out more of the people that was wearing his shirt because it was more of like, y'all don't defend me. So why y'all wearing my shirt? Why y'all wearing my
why
shit?
are you buying my merch? You
Oh,
don't
don't
live.
buy
You
my
don't
merch.
live what I'm rapping about. You don't live what I'm rapping about. Like,
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you this. When I expected John Cena to come out, I expected John Cena to come out with new music. I expected John Cena to come out in different clothing. Homeboy came out the same, but a darker shirt. It wasn't the fruity pebble colors. He
my man's
came
was
out.
wearing burgundy.
He was wearing maroon, burgundy, but he still had the time is up Brussels with the John Cena face, and I was just like,
Shirt's still hard though. I need
the
it.
shirt is hard, and he had the
Still hard.
hat with it. He had the little
The little
uh
towel.
the towel. He was just walking. I'm like, okay, so the baby faces are like really not baby facing no more. Like we are not getting the actual baby faces. We're getting humans, and they're sick and tired of our shit. They're sick and tired of wrestling fans, and they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's it. So
I
I
will
don't
be
know.
too. I will be too.
I can't lie. The promo was great. Like I was telling a bunch of people, I'm like, y'all think this is not John Cena. This is actually who John Cena is. This is John Cena from Total Divas. If you've never watched Total Divas, watch it because that is exactly who John Cena is. He is telling us about ourselves and letting us know he is not accepting it in this house anymore. So take it or leave it. Take it or leave
This
it.
is the this is the John Cena that told that guy that asked him for a picture, just like, no, can't you see I'm with my friend? Can't you see we're eating? Like he's not
Like
going.
he's not going for nothing. And then my expectation of Cody was to verbally abuse him. And Cody did not do that. You know, I'll tell you who's the actual winner in that confrontation. Michael Cole. Because for 10 seconds, he abused John Cena. And that was it. That's all I needed. He just told
Necessary, I might
everybody,
add.
I wouldn't call it unnecessary. I call it necessary. You can do your
Your job is to
call.
sit at this desk and be an unbiased journalist. For 22 years, John Cena has done nothing but put smiles on the faces of everybody in this crowd. And you have the audacity to berate him on national television.
And you know
How
what?
dare you, Michael
He ain't
Cole?
had nobody in his ear telling him what to say. That was from the heart. So I feel like Michael Cole and John Cena spoke from the heart in Brussels. That was the best thing that happened on that Raw. Now we had to watch Raw early around 3 p.m., which was fine because sometimes watching it late you be tired and you fall asleep during it. It was great. But I have to say now, I was I was fairly disappointed in some of the stuff that went on. Like
I was
I was
disappointed in all of it. This episode
yeah,
of Raw stunk.
yeah, it was for something to lead up to the road to WrestleMania. I feel like this is a big fork in the road because what road are we going down? Because this looking like a regular pay-per-view and not the showcase of Immortals pay-per-view. So what are we doing here? Tell me.
Okay. So Monday Night past this show's 3 hours, 2 hours and 2 hours and 30 minutes if you want to get technical and take out like all
Hmm.
the extra promotion.
Yeah.
This show's 3 hours. It felt like I watched one wrestling match on my 3 hour wrestling show. Like
Hmm.
I didn't Dakota Kai Ivy Nile was super short. Like I blinked and the match was over. No shade to American Made or the LWO, but the New Day had like the most insane heel turn that wasn't John Cena's heel turn. The New Day aren't doing anything. Why am I watching the Creed brothers versus the LWO? It it, they're doing nothing. They're doing
Hmm.
nothing. Seth, I love Seth Rollins, but that little Seth Rollins segment was why all that to say, yo, I'm gonna be there on SmackDown on Friday. Punk, I'm gonna get up with you. Roman, I'm gonna get up with you. We gonna be there. You could have tweeted that.
You could
You
have
could
been
have
back.
tweeted that.
You could have been backstage for that. You could have done a video vault for that. You ain't have to waste
You
my
could
time
you
or
could have
your
talked to
closet.
Jimmy.
Yeah, like it was. I think it was. I don't know if he was doing that to like segue into the main event, but like we didn't need him to do that. It was just like I
Taking a
don't know if it
time.
was rushed. It was not planned correctly. It was just this role was not giving me what I needed.
There were there were two matches on this 3 hour wrestling show. There was the Penta showcase where he beat up Ludwig Kaiser
Which
and
I didn't like at all. Which I felt as though
really
I felt as though Penta does not need that win right now. But now I understand why he needed the win is because he's going for the IC championship. But Kaiser could go over. Put him over. I like Kaiser. Penta, Penta's cool.
I mean both
Kaiser,
of
I'm
them
liking
cool. But
Kaiser.
while we're on the topic of the Intercontinental Championship,
Hmm.
my fucking guy, Ron Finn, you're washed. I'm sorry. It's all love, but you're washed. You're cooked. Braun Braun Breaker had to do what he do. The dogs was barking in Brussels on Monday. Like I want Braun Breaker on my TV more. I don't understand why Braun is not consistently on the card. I want Braun Breaker on my TV more. I love
I
Braun
need
Breaker.
a new champion. That's what I need. I need a new
You're not rocking
champion.
with Braun? I don't
Nah.
understand. I feel like
Just,
I feel like we
just,
always come back to you not liking Braun, and I
I
don't
just
get
can't,
it.
I can't get jiggy with him. I just can't. He's just, there's something about him that I'm not convinced. Sorry. I'm just not convinced. Listen, I knew that Finn wasn't gonna win. They've been doing Finn wrong for so many years. Like I knew that they wasn't gonna make him win. But the Dom and the Carlito interference. Listen, I guess we're gonna get a Dom and Finn rivalry because there's
Yeah,
just no way. Break up, break up, Judgment Day, please, for God's sake. They're done.
or hear me out. Hear me out.
Don't
I
say it.
propose. I
Don't.
propose. Finn Balor leaves the Judgment Day. We get good Finn Balor back, and the Judgment Day could just be a goofball team. I don't mind having some silly little goofy guys on my show. You know.
Why would they be the goofball team though? Why do we need that?
I mean, we don't have face New Day anymore. We need something. We need something entertaining. Like come on. You know,
So they will be
we got
the
y'all.
well we have Alpha Academy. Those are entertaining people.
I want them to actually do something with Alpha Academy though. That's the thing. Like
Yeah, they could be a
Alpha Academy
force.
come out and get beat up. Like,
Yeah.
like I enjoy Alpha Academy. I want them to do something with them. But
I just think one thing that WWE does not do well, really, is factions. They don't do factions well like they used to back in the day. I think their lack of factions and their lack of managers is what sucks. Because
lack of
when you,
tag team.
that's another story, but like the lack of factions, long lasting longevity factions, the lack of
Mm.
managers, that's something that AEW will always have over them. And that's where I always feel like AEW will be at least a better show because storylines they may not be the greatest at. They're working on it. Wrestling, they got it down pat. I'm not gonna lie about that. But they do have factions and they do have damn, me saying this is even a lot to say.
As,
Oh,
as as
Jesus.
a as an avid AEW enjoyer, some of these factions is garbage. Some of these factions is
Don't get
garbage.
me wrong, they're garbage, but at least they're there. They're decent at least. Like I just feel like what we doing with Karrion Cross? Like now your whole team is gone. Is
Yo,
Karrion Cross supposed to be like the new leader of the Judgment Day? Like you happy with talking him and Dom? Like what are we doing with them?
I was so upset when Monday Night Raw was about to end and they had the nerve to put Karrion Cross and AJ Styles on my screen and it wasn't a wrestling match. I'm like, what are we doing? I was so upset.
Oh, they're looking like it's twins with the same asymmetrical hairstyle. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
and then you
the
got
blowout
Karrion
and everything.
And then you got Cross and his wife hitting the little metaphor. I think it's working. I think it's working. I'm like, what is going on? Why are you not wrestling? When was the last time we saw Karrion Cross wrestle? Why are you not
Last,
wrestling?
I think it was literally last year, probably like even with the Miz. Like,
Yeah,
I guess. I don't even remember if that's true. If that even if that's true. So like, it's like I see what they're doing with Karrion Cross, but it's still like put him in the ring. Like he
man.
just seems like oh I'm just a mastermind. I'm creating controversy, but do that in the ring
I'm
too.
like, that's cool. But what are you gonna do with all this controversy you're creating if you're not capitalizing? You're not going after any titles. You're not wrestling. Period. You're not in a tag team anymore because your boys got fired. Like, what are we doing?
Clipped. I don't know. Listen. I think Raw. It was just really messy. It was really, um, it was just all over the place. And don't get me started with that Jey Uso and Austin Theory match.
That, I've, I've been saying this for so long. This is y'all king? Y'all think he? I need Gunther to fry him. I need Gunther to fry him.
Was like really on the Jey Uso train, but it's just like I
No,
don't
he
know
ain't.
if from the time no heat for real.
No, he
I
ain't.
don't know
No,
if
he
from the time that he won Royal Rumble to now, like he's just like letting himself go. He's just the botch move. Let me tell you something. The way the IWC rag tag Top Dollar when he did that move. Y'all are not doing the same thing with Jay. Where so why is it because it's Jay Uso? Let it all be the same for everybody across the board because that shit was bullshit. You know better than that.
My man's did as Michael Cole said. The running crossbody beat up Austin Theory.
Everybody was trying to dispute was that a spear? I was like, that's a crossbody because that wasn't a
Body.
spear. Where like I'm like, so that's what wins the matches, like. And what y'all doing with Austin Theory? First of all, listen, I'm not the biggest Austin Theory fan, but when Vince McMahon was in control, how he had Austin Theory up there with the cell phone and taking pictures, like that's
Two-time
what we
U.S.
need.
champion, by the way. Two-time U.S. champion Austin Theory.
And then also a tag team champion too. What isn't he?
Yeah. I think him and Waller won the tag titles at Mania in the ladder match. Like,
Come on, like what? Yeah, they did. Yeah, and that's when I think the Miz
Di-
and
no, yes, it was the Miz and R-Truth.
Miz
It
and
was.
R-Truth won from them, won the titles from them. So it's just like, what are y'all actually doing with like Grayson Waller? I can see where they're going, but like I know that they're soon gonna make Austin Theory a baby face, but like how y'all doing him right now is just like what list? I don't know really. I'm a big Triple H supporter, but baby, what are we doing today? Because
He too worried about his Hall of Fame induction. He not sweating Monday Night
clearly
Raw.
he's not like clearly he's leaving some people in charge and it's not him. I don't know because I don't know if he's trying to get his speech ready, his body ready, whatever it is. He's just and
Monday Night Raw
I was
was.
very disappointed with Raw. Like I wasted some good eyesight for that. Like I really did.
I'm happy I watched it the day after. When I tell you, I woke up, washed my ass Tuesday morning. I'm like, you know what? Let me watch let me watch Raw. I've been seeing a lot of clips of the dysfunctional relationship promo. This has to be a good show, right? I'm sitting there
Yeah.
just I'm
Yeah.
like this show
That was the
sick.
good part. That was the good part of the show. And even during that, like Cody could have done better in his I was calling him a whiny bitch. Okay, cool. But what else? You could
Toxic
say some
masculine in the workplace. Cody Rhodes is a bad person, and I refuse. I refuse. I rebuke you, Cody.
Cody reminds me of the coworker that like everyone praises. Like when we're all in a group and we're doing group work and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then when it's just you and him, he calls you a bitch because you ain't
Like
shit and then you just
you're not working hard enough.
you're not working hard enough and then you decide like I'm going to stand up for myself and then he comes back and calls you a whiny bitch in front of everybody. That's the type
He's,
of person that Cody is.
he's like when you go to HR, he's just like, I can't believe you did that. Watch
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, watch yourself. It's like I got my eye on you. Like
Hey, like what is that? Bad
he
person.
writes you on Teams like I see what you're doing. Like and sends you emails and that's what
Excuse
Cody
me,
is.
you're 2 minutes over your 30-minute break. I might have to call the manager. Like,
I might have to call the manager. I might have to write you up for this. Like, excuse me, you were just a supervisor. Like, what's up with you?
excuse me, this is time theft. This will
Yeah,
affect.
like 31 minutes after your lunch break. Why you not back at 30 minutes? Like,
A
the
bathroom break doesn't take that long.
of course you don't move up and move away from me.
And
But
then,
anyway,
and then Cody didn't even stand on it. He just left. He
yeah.
just left. He was like, all right,
And it
deuces.
was so awkward, right? Because I'm like, did the production team or like the media team forget to play the music? Because like no music for Cody, and then I thought somebody was gonna come out. I didn't know. Like I don't know. He just looked back, held the title, and then John Cena came out. Okay, left. I'm just like, where's the music? Like it's so awkward. It was just like dead air.
And
It was really
this is the first 30 minutes of the show.
yeah,
What is going on? Like it was cool, and then afterwards I'm like, okay, I have to process this. And then just
yeah.
nothing happens during the rest of the show. Except for no, actually, because something did happen on Raw that I love Rhea Ripley. But what the fuck is the okay, so contract signing. I'm like, okay, standard contract signing. They're gonna sign the contract. Some shenanigans are gonna ensue. Rhea Ripley comes out once again, disrespects Io Sky. Me personally, Io, if I was you, I wouldn't take that level of disrespect. So we gonna see what happened next week. But she takes the contract and she's like, I wrote my name on it. Guess I'm in the match now.
What are you gonna do about it? But listen, I know
What?
what they're
How does that work?
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to do like when it was Triple H versus Chris Benoit, WrestleMania 20, and then Shawn Michaels came out, and put his name on the contract, and it became a triple threat match. I get it. But the white privilege, I can't deal.
Gotta stop.
I
Gotta stop.
can't deal
Gotta
with
stop.
the white privilege. I just can't. And then you dare ask Bianca, what are you doing here? Girl, I'm signing my WrestleMania
Doing my
contract.
job.
What are we talking about here? We have the champion and we have the elimination chamber champion. What do you mean what I'm doing? Like
But
Rhea sometimes is just not there. It's just
okay,
messy.
so like I've rewatched the Raw before where Io beat Rhea. Like I sat down and watched it.
Yeah.
Technically, Rhea Ripley should still be the champion. Bianca Belair hits Rhea Ripley in like direct eyesight of the referee. They don't do anything about it.
Well, but it is referee's discretion, right? We know that normally when that happens, that's a DQ.
That's all.
But obviously, this is the storytelling that they're leading up to. And I just think that Rhea could have done it correctly. Instead of coming in the ring acting like an ass, you could have been like, yeah, Adam Pierce, I am I'm
I'm invoking
invoking
my rematch clause.
my rematch clause. So I'm going to be in this triple threat match. Cool. But then you want to come in like a Karen and be like, I'm signing my name. Like, girl, what are we doing here?
She went from the Eradicator to like this big ass crybaby. You lost fair and square because
She's a
you weren't
crybaby.
focusing on your opponent. Like,
She's a crybaby because she lost all her friends and she thought everybody was her friend. And girl, there's no friends in this business. That's just what it is.
she didn't even lose all her friends. You acting like you don't got Damian Priest numbers. He ain't do nothing to you.
Well, I'm talking about technically like on the same brand. That's why. So she has no friends technically, and nobody wants to see, Rhea and Liv again. Like we don't need to see that for a fifth time. Like we're
Girl,
we're done.
go
We're
make
done.
friends with Alpha Academy. I'm sure Maxine Dupree could use a homie. Like,
Or
go do some.
Natty is there, like, why, why you laugh like that?
Because Natalia is like home office. Like, you work here, but you don't work here. You know what I mean? Like,
She works from home.
yeah, like
She works from home.
yeah, she like Natalia is who your manager tell you showing up. So it's like, hey, don't do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, all love to Natalia, but girl, do you even go here still? Like,
Yeah, I don't even go here. Like that's just real shit. But, I mean, obviously we're gonna see a triple threat match with that. Like that's just obvious. So like let's just book it and keep it
I'm
moving.
be
And I hope Rhea does not win. I'm just hoping for EO to either retain or Bianca to win.
I mean, I feel like it has to be Io though, because Bianca's still in like the middle of this like Naomi Jade type of deal, and Rhea's
Yeah,
just being a big old baby. So I'm like, Io could hold this for a while.
yeah. I agree. Why make her a transitional champion like that? Like EO is definitely way better than that. But we shall see. That was Raw. Boring.
Yeah, very
Ass.
important.
Trash. So we got NXT. Now I did not fully watch NXT. I did watch the highlights, but speak about what happened. You went to Roadblock last week, so
Did very much.
speak about that. Talk
If
about it.
if I can find time in this once we're done, like I have a little clip of me doing like the little Hardy shuffle. I'm gonna put it in here. If I could find
Yes.
time, I'm going to put it in here.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so the best thing for anybody who hasn't gone to like professional wrestling live, personally, the best thing that you can do is like once you get your seat, like look around, look at who's by you. If you are in a group with a bunch of nerds, geeks, and dorks, you have the best seating. It's so electric. Like the chanting, the booing, the cheering, the conversation. It's so good. It's so good. Like during Stephanie Vacour versus Julia, I was the only like listen, we all knew what was gonna happen, but I was the only one who stood 10 toes. I'm cheering for Julia. I'm here for Julia. I'm here for Julia.
Even though we know what was gonna happen, though.
I'm here for Julia. I'm here for like I am here for Julia. So, it was just like it was great. Like the Hardys versus Fraxium, great, great match. Very high paced, very fast. Even the LFG performances were pretty solid. I didn't go back and rewatch Roadblock. I doubt that the LFG performances were like taped for everyone to see, but they were pretty fun. The crowd was like really rallying behind them. It was a really good show. Like especially Javon Ethan, class act. Love Ethan Page. Hopefully they
Me
do something with
too.
him. Hopefully they do something with him, and hopefully somebody backstage tell him he got to stop dressing like somebody's social studies teacher. Those brown pants did not do him no favors.
Leave him alone. He's dressing of his age. That's what he's dressing. I like how he dresses.
I guess. Like
He
that, like
dresses
that.
like one of our professors.
Yeah, I'm like, why I look like you about to hand me a packet, my boy? You supposed to be grabbing. Like, what is this? Like, but anywho,
Oh, goodness.
yeah, but anywho, like Roadblock, amazing show. Like Oba Femi versus Moose. I give Moose a lot of crap because I don't like him. I think Moose is the poor man's Bobby Lashley. I'm sorry, but I think Moose is the poor man's Bobby Lashley. But he he Moose showed his ass. Moose I'm like, hold on. When Moose start doing top rope moves, he didn't even have that in his bag the last time I saw him.
And there
But
was TNA fans out there, so obviously they were
yes,
going
I'm
hard.
like, I'm looking around in the theater. I'm hearing TNA, TNA. I'm like, hold on. Half y'all don't even watch TNA. Half y'all don't even watch TNA. Like, let's get that out the way. No shade to TNA, but me included. Me included. I'm no hypocrite. Half y'all don't even watch TNA. TNA
Yeah,
has
but
like a
it's hard to watch TNA. Like it's not accessible everywhere for everybody. So it's just like if you
it's
pirate,
not
sure, okay, cool. But it's not like, I can watch Raw on Netflix, I can watch SmackDown on USA, I can watch NXT on CW. What the hell is TNA at? Shit.
Access TV. I don't even know
What is that?
who
What is
has
that?
that on their provider. Like
Like who has that? Like is that something on our cable provider? Is that like in the hundreds? Like come on, like
you gotta get the TNA like app. They got an app and they got like a website where you sign up. Like
you see
respectfully, I'm
when
not
you
doing that.
don't when you don't make it accessible for people who want to watch your program and watch your shit, then it's like I'm not watching it. I'm gonna find out the highlights. And it's like you have the funds to do so. Like put it on a channel that even if it's like I don't know the hell.
My
So
thing is, if you enjoy a wrestler's work, you're gonna watch what they're on because you like them. TNA has like 6 people I like. I don't think 6 people is enough for me to want to continuously watch your promotion,
yeah,
especially when I know Triple H and Shawn Michaels is probably watching TNA looking for all of the good people to just come and take them. Like, come on, there's
uh,
no there's no way on God's green earth Joe Hendry is going to turn down the WWE or NXT contract when he gets his hand on it. Cause
no, he's
like
not turning that down.
TNA is very limited, and he's already the TNA world champion. What else is Joe
So
Hendry
it's
gonna
like
do?
so yeah, I was about to say like what else is he supposed to do? And he was in Royal Rumble too. So it's like you're now expected to either be at NXT or
Yeah,
WWE and the fans love you already. So it's like you
right.
the hard work done. The hard work
Yeah,
is
like
done.
he was already on NXT for like 2 3 months. Like when it's time for Joe Hendry to jump ship, I know he's going.
Yeah.
And everybody else that I like on TNA, they work the independent scene anyway, so I can watch you somewhere else.
Right.
Like Top Dollar, I could catch him at an MLW show. Sammy Callahan, I could catch him at an MLW show. Leon Slater, same thing. Mance Warner, he's worked a whole bunch of GCW shows I've been to. There's nothing on TNA that's keeping me hooked unless I want to watch Nick Nemeth work with his brother. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, okay. The Hardys work everywhere, so I know I don't have to watch TNA to watch the Hardys. Like, well, there's nothing.
Then with the tag team titles and obviously the partnership that TNA has with NXT, we're gonna see them more. We're gonna see them on WWE eventually. That's just and listen, Matt is out here promoting for Jeff Hardy to get one more run in WWE. So, I don't see that not happening. It's just Jeff gotta stay sober. That is
Yeah.
it. That's
Not to
all he gotta
mention,
do. Stay sober.
TNA got Tessa Blanchard. I don't even got to speak on that. Why am I watching your show when you hot and Tessa Blanchard is here? Why am I
Yeah,
watching your show when Tessa Blanchard is
she's
here? Like,
definitely the female Hulk Hogan. Listen, there's a lot of black people that love Tessa. Me, I really don't care about the girl. No, I'll point some out. I got a couple of people, but listen, I'm not gonna knock the girl's skills.
Lord, please.
You are below trash. So it's just like you and Hogan are on y'all competing for the below trash spot. Like
First place in garbage. Like,
first place in basura. So like have at it. I don't give a damn. But I guess that's what it is with TNA. But Roadblock sounded amazing.
yeah, Roadblock.
Um was
Roadblock was
amazing
great.
show.
Hold on. Speaking of, they handed out little like NXT Metro cards. Come on,
Oh, that's
I told
cool.
yeah, right. I'm like,
Now
Matt,
you have
thank,
to frame that. You can't use it. You have to frame it.
right. Thank you, Shawn Michaels. You've given me a reason to stop hopping the train.
If they gonna know. Now they gonna put your face out there. If you see this man hop in the train, let us
Right?
know.
It's gonna be like 6 cops in body cams at the like
Yo,
the
and in the train stations that the cops never be at. Now they gonna definitely be at.
my bad, yo.
Jesus. But obviously, we do have Stephanie as a double champion. She is the North American Women's Champion, and now she is the NXT Women's Champion. So NXT, she came on 2 days ago, and Miss Patrick Star, aka Jordan Grace. What the fuck was Jordan wearing? First of all,
Wait,
I
wait,
was
let's
so
let's not do that.
confused.
Let's not do that. Jordan kind of put it on, though. Jordan
First of
kind
all,
of put it
when
on,
she
though.
was walking with the big platform shoes, because I know she's short. She's pretty short. I'm like, who the hell is this? Then she's like, hello, this is Jordan. No, this is Jordan. And I'm like, girl, is this an episode of SpongeBob? What are we talking
Yes,
about? Like,
yes.
I
This
was
isn't the
like,
crust. This isn't the
this is
Krusty Krab.
Patrick.
This is Jordan Grace. Like this isn't the Krusty Krab. This is Jordan Grace.
I was like, she's definitely dressed up as Patrick. Like, there's no way. And then like in this, when we talk about Jordan, see if you could put a picture of Patrick when he was in the
100%.
pink and the
A hundred
shorts
percent.
and the black shoes. And like, see if you could put a picture of that. Put it right next to her. Like, Jesus Christ. She made me laugh. But when Stephanie, I give it to Stephanie. She is one of my favorite female superstars, and I'm not just saying this like WWE. I'm talking about in general. She's one of those people that like knows that her English is not the greatest. I think she even competed for like the performance center in Chile, but they didn't really like her, so she worked her way up, and look what she's
Mm,
doing now. And she's staying there because she wants to work on her English, which I love. Like someone that knows that their English is not the greatest, but to me, I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that like I feel like if you try, cool. Unlike freaking Lyra Vicaria, but that's another story. She is trash. She just ass on the mic. You know, she
that
need a manager. She need a manager. She need help. But
Becky, come get her. Becky, come get her.
Becky, help her, please. But anyway, Stephanie came. She talked. Everybody loved her. And Jordan came out. Then Miss Parker.
Miss
Miss
Parker.
Parker. I'm ready for the tour.
Yes, and I am. And I
Yo,
am.
Jada will never not. Oh Lord, I love Jada. Good Lord, that is all woman.
Right, like,
Baby, baby, like you just
Jada
think you
don't
gonna
miss
come
on
on here?
nothing. Jada don't miss on
Jesus,
nothing. Like,
Jada
listen,
no, Jada don't miss. Jada don't miss.
at all, at all. They gave her 2 promo spots on NXT. I'm like, y'all, so y'all know already. Y'all know already. So I don't think she's gonna win, but we gonna have to do something with that. Cause if we let the
Mhm.
Jada Parker fire go out, what are we doing? What are we
No.
doing?
I think they're gonna definitely put a title on her. Maybe towards the end of the year. I don't know if it's the women's, but maybe I think the NXT because her her promos put a belt on her. Like the belt doesn't define her; it just adds to her. Like she's great already without a belt, so with a belt would be even better. That's how I
That's
feel.
what I feel like if like when they give her title, it
Yeah,
should probably be the North American Championship.
exactly.
It
It
should
will be.
probably be the North American because the North American Championship doesn't really have any stock in it. Like Fallon Henley still scratching and clawing. I'm like, girl, if you don't go somewhere, like
You don't move up.
it's like you still
Get
like you still
nowhere.
go here. You still go here. I'm like
I'll say this. I was a big Chelsea Green hater.
insane, insane. That's right.
I gotta
Like
give it to her. I am a Chelsea Green stan. I was cool when she won the title, but I'm like, get the title off of her. Now
the
she
secret
made it
Hervis.
the secret Hervis. She made this title the US title. She's Canadian, for those that don't know. But she just making this title hers. Like it's damn near a Canadian title. The way she holding it down. Like I say Chelsea Green is like one of the best hustlers of any promotion. I don't care what it is. That girl will go out there, put on a match, and then do digital media, talk with whoever. It doesn't matter. Like she just puts herself out there, and now she's working NXT, with Solo
She's gonna
Rucci
be at work no matter what.
yo, she's just amazing. Like amazing. I can't say anything less about Chelsea. I was wrong, Chelsea. I'm part of the her service. I'm part of it. Secret her service. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm
Right.
here for it. That that's the Chelsea's the woman. She does her
Right.
thing.
Like,
But
and like I think Zelina waiting in the wings to get at Chelsea. Zelina, I'm sorry, it's all love. You're not beating my president. You're not beating my president.
I feel like the person that would beat her is Piper.
I'm for it. I'm for it. I love Piper.
I feel like that would be the person to beat Chelsea.
I also feel like Piper, like, actually, you know what? Absolutely, because I ain't forget when y'all had Eva Marie calling her dewdrop. I need a run back. No, because that was
Was
disrespectful.
so disrespectful.
That was disrespectful. I
Disrespectful.
did not forget. Like,
Yeah.
I did not forget. That's crazy. And
Ugh.
I don't know if it was Chelsea's idea or if it was like somebody backstage, like somebody backstage's idea, but I'm so happy about the addition to Alba Fire or Kaylee Ray
For
to this
fire.
because
Yes. Yes.
I'm like
I'm happy about it.
when I saw Isla Dawn got canned, I'm like, please don't take Alba Fire, bro. Please don't
Yeah,
take
I
Alba
was hoping not, but I'm glad like she got the Scottish girls as her secret her service. Like it's so crazy for a US title. We have international people that's holding it down. Like it's almost like an oxymoron, but it's amazing. I love it. I
Fire.
love I
It's
love
like
what
the
they're
League of
doing.
Nations all over again.
Yeah, ugh, but I did see that we're having some extra not extra, we're getting some promos. I do see a Alistair Black coming in back. But I do see that coming back. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of happy. I've always loved Alistair Black. Wherever he goes, I will watch. He was the
They,
reason why
they,
I started really watching AEW. It was because of
they
Alistair
gotta
Black.
get it right. They gotta get it right. They gotta get it right
Yeah,
this
they have to get it right this time because y'all definitely played on his head top 2021
time.
and before.
There's a lot of people that we gotta get right. Like if Mustafa Ali, if the TNA money ever stopped coming in, please give him another chance. He's so good. He's
They won't
so
do it.
good.
They won't
He's
do it.
so
And
good.
I don't think that he would even do it.
He probably wouldn't.
I
He
don't think he
like
would.
he got too much respect for himself. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's the
Wouldn't
thing.
do it.
Like when you know your worth,
Mm.
I tax on that. That's just
Yep.
it. And he knows his worth.
And to that point, I do not understand why people do not like Mercedes Moné. I do not understand why people do not like Mercedes Moné. She's hurt. She's hurt.
She's Charlotte in AEW.
That's
That's what
it.
she. Now let me tell you something.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm a black woman. So I am one of the women that like, listen, you go somewhere where you are celebrated. You go somewhere where they celebrate you. You are, respected, you are loved, you are whatever. I'm all for it. But you are a female Charlotte of AEW. I think she had to prove herself in another company and she had to prove herself as far as doing her own creative work, getting the money that she deserves. But it's also like, okay, now it's a little boring. Like, we need something else. Who is going to dethrone you? Now, there's a couple of people that can. I was expecting, what's her name? Who was her bodyguard? I forgot her name.
Camille?
Camille. I was expecting that. But where's Camille now? I don't know if she's still in AEW or anything.
I don't know if she on break. I don't know if she injured, but if we're being honest, no shade, Miss Camille. That sucked. I'm so happy that they just dropped it. I'm like, this Camille thing was dumb. It was
Really?
dumb. Yeah, I didn't like it. I'm just like, what? I'm like, girl, you have 4 titles. What do you need a bodyguard for?
It was
You're
almost like
really
but it was almost
like,
like a going back to like a Sable Nicole Bass type thing. I see what they were doing with that.
I mean,
Didn't
I get
work.
it. Yeah, but it's like you got 4 titles. You're really that bitch. Like, what do you need a
Yeah,
bodyguard for? Like,
yeah. She's a She's a a trophy holder at this point, like a belt holder.
Mercedes
That's exactly what she's
Mercedes
doing.
May is the woman Kenny Omega, like the belt collector. She what are you doing to her? Like
Yeah, I definitely agree on that one. But I just think that maybe there's not a little humbleness in it in AEW with her. Maybe that's where I'm kind of like I'm all for her on that. Like it's not no humility. Maybe that's the character. But I also feel like because I'm gonna mention this because Swerve Strickland said something. He said that CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, now that they have left AEW and they're in WWE, that AEW was the one to bring them up. And like I don't want to quote him wrong, but how he was saying it, it was like AEW made CM Punk and Cody Rhodes into the people that they are right now. And I'm like, who the hell are you talking to? And who are you talking about? Now, not CM Punk. And I won't say the same thing with Cody Rhodes because before Cody Rhodes did his whole AEW thing, he had to work his ass off in the indies and he worked his ass off. He was in ROH. He was on in New Japan. He was part of the Bullet Club, I believe. If I'm not
yes,
mistaken. Yes.
yes.
So he worked his ass off to get to where he's at. And then there's AEW.
I can
So
kind of I can kind of agree with his sentiment on Cody and Cody only. Listen, saying that about Punk is
it's
crazy.
almost blasphemy. Like, what are
Talking
you
about
talking about?
like whoa. Like even if you don't like Punk, even if you
Right.
got beef with him backstage, saying that AEW made CM Punk is why.
It's really wild. Can we just pause a little bit? I gotta get some water from my
It's not insane to say that about Cody, because did you work your ass off in the indies? Absolutely. Did you have that crazy ROH one? Absolutely. Were you beefing with Kenny Omega in Japan? Absolutely. But dog, you can't like you helped create an entire new company, and then he who shall not be named kind of like, hold on, there's a lot of stock in Cody Rhodes right now. He's wailing. Not to mention the one thing we gonna do over on the other side, we throw subs. Cody threw
heaven.
so many subs at the WWE before they came and picked him back up. So when like if Swerve is like, yo, AEW kind of helped Cody get some stock under his belt, it's not insane to say that. It's
But I
not
think he's
insane.
also saying that I think he's also saying that about himself too, because if once he's done with his AEW career, do you think that he would go back to WWE? Or do you
Swerve?
think he's one of those yeah,
No,
you think he will
no.
just more like AEW till the wheels fall off?
Actually, yeah, because like Swerve has gone on record. Like Swerve and Tony Khan is like rice and chicken. Them boys is inseparable. Them boys is inseparable. He said whatever Tony, he said it himself. He said, yo, if Tony need me to do media, I'm there. If I need to be in the tag division, I'm there. Singles, I'm there. If I need to be a heel, I'm there. He said it himself. Yo, if Tony need me, I'm in the spot. I'm there. So I don't, especially after, becoming the first African American AEW champion, I can't see Swerve being like, oh well, the wells run dry. Let me go back. Like, nah, I don't see it. I feel like Swerve is gonna stay, and I think it would actually like kind of upset me a little bit if Swerve were to just up and leave, especially after all he's built at AEW. Speaking of, that boy is not beating John Moxley in April. John Moxley is killing him. John Moxley's killing him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, John Moxley's gonna kill him. I believe they're saving the AEW World Championship for for whenever Darby Allin want to stop being
Killing
suicidal.
himself?
Like
Like killing himself? Like
not to say that Swerve winning it is a possibility, but to have Swerve go over at the first dynasty and then at the second one after like while Moxley and the Death Fighters are in the middle of their reign of terror, nah, no way.
I mean, I just need Edge off. Excuse me. I need hope off my damn.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Moxley's a sick, he's a sick MF. Why? I don't know what they went through backstage, but he was like, "Yeah, suplex me on Spike. That'll go well." He's insane.
Like, why were y'all having this type of conversation? Like, why is this something that we're talking about? What is wrong with y'all? Like, seriously.
While we're on the topic of that, last night's AEW, I don't know who's the creative director, but the pacing on this show was so garbage. It was so garbage. The pacing was.
think I think there was a lot of issues with it because wherever they was at, whatever state they had a snowstorm. So there was a
Mhm.
lot of people that were not available. There was not a crowd. It was hard to do. So I, I'm not gonna solely blame it's Mother Nature. So I think they just had to go based off. I heard John Moxley drove 11 hours to get to where to get to the arena. So I'm not gonna solely blame the creative director. I think it's just like people weren't there, or they just had to do what they had to do with the people that was there, literally crowd and talent. So
If that's the case, then my bad. But opening match, Fatal 4-Way, great. Then we have Mercedes Billy Starks, great. In the middle of the show, like literally in the middle of the show, because a large portion of last night's Dynamite is the Mox Cope street fight. In the middle of the show, for the World Championship, Cope, Mox, and then we go to Osprey, AR Fox, and then the main event is Chris Statlander, Megan Bayne with Timeless Tony Storm on commentary. The same way you feel about Braun Breaker is how I feel about Megan Bayne. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Like Megan Bayne does not do it for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the
really,
look.
I like her. I like
I
her.
don't, I don't know if it's the look. I don't know if it's the moves, but I feel like they and I understand this is how you build a star, but you showing me a little too much Megan Bayne. Like, go away. Go away.
But Tony is also gonna make her look good too. Like Tony's promos just shows me she loves the women too. Like she's truly like she's married, I believe, but she loves
Mitch
girls.
Robinson, like
She
a very a
he
very
wants to
sapphic
take her
women's
down.
champion. Yeah, like a very sapphic women's champion.
Listen, I know
But
that if it was a male that said the things that she said, that male would have got canceled. But Tyler, Tony Storm, like I love her. I like
come on,
still
leave
can't
your
get
keys in the
along.
building.
Yeah, like am I watching a soft porn? Like what am I watching? So
Hey, you know
it's
what they say? AEW is for the sickos. I she
yeah,
does not.
it's really sick. It's really sick. But what is it? Dynasty is coming up. When is that? April, right?
April 6th.
We have April 6th, Dynasty. We have 19th and 20th. We have WrestleMania. I know NXT is probably going to have something. I don't know what it's going to be, but
I want to say no because I know NXT's last pick. NXT's WrestleMania is Stand and Deliver. I want
yeah.
to say Stand and Deliver is going to be April 19th. I'm not sure. Like
April 19th is a Saturday. So it,
it may be before WrestleMania. Like
it will probably be before WrestleMania, or like maybe that Friday, I would say. Maybe that Friday it would be. So it could be that, or Sunday. I don't know. Maybe earlier. Who knows?
and while we're here, before we get it all said and done, we finally have a name for this NXT faction. How do you feel about Dark State?
The dark state. Like
Yeah, Dark State.
this is it's putting me in a dark state because the shit is trash. Like, oh God, like
Wait,
this is
you're not
another
wait, hold on, you're not letting
retribution.
me talk.
Like,
You're not letting me
just
talk.
okay. I'm sorry. What they did to what's his name backstage? D
Tony
Donatello.
D.
I was gonna call him Donatello. Jesus, well, I'm thinking of the goddamn
The
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Tony D. That was cool, but Jesus Christ, like I don't know.
I like them. I don't know if I'm a big fan. I don't know if I'm sold on the name, but I like them. They cool. I was really
Dark,
upset at Roadblock.
dark what? Slate? Dark affair? Slate. State. Oh, state. Oops.
Like the
Sorry.
thing that's not a country.
My fault. State. Okay. I'm gonna
They
have to get
cool.
used to it.
I was very upset at Roadblock when they jumped my boy Javon. I was a little heated. I was heated, but they jumped Javon. They tried to jump Trick in the underground match with Eddie Thorpe. I'm like they just
Wait a minute. They really
like they
Thorpe
just
just gotten Eddie Thorpe got knocked the fuck out. Like Trick did that trick shot, done, and then pounded him, and then the referee had to push him off like it was some damn UFC match. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Get up! It was a Meek Mill.
first.
Get up!
I I think Javon should join. I feel like
I heard that he's the actual leader. I heard that.
that
I
I would
heard
love
that
that.
he's the leader.
I would love
Somewhere I was watching the highlights and someone in the comments. It's always good to look at the comments. You get a little Easter eggs in there sometimes. Somebody was like,
that.
they think that they Javon is the actual leader of it because they haven't shown a leader. But I don't want it to be like what they did with Mustafa Ali and Retribution. I don't want
I
that.
feel
That's
like
what I
Retribution
don't want.
though. It was at they weren't booked right and it was at a horrible time. Like we were like in the middle of the panoramic, you feel me? Like we couldn't do
But that's
nothing.
true. That is true. That yeah. The pandemic was not good for new stuff. Unless it was the
Mhm.
bloodline. But like that's a the
Even
bloodline.
even then, like I feel like the bloodline really flourished once. I
Mhm.
feel like the bloodline really flourished once we were out of the pandemic. Because when we were in the pandemic, it was kind of like Roman was just killing everyone. You know,
Yeah.
destroying family bonds, choking out cousins. There was no bloodline. The island of relevancy only
Was
had
the
room for one man.
one man and one man and a wise man. That was it. That was literally it.
Paul
But
Heyman is lucky that he can get a chair on this island. Like
listen, Paul Heyman been working with Samoans before Roman was a toddler. So he will always be relevant. So I think he's gonna be more relevant even when Roman leaves and they have
when they add him
blood
in Fast
wrestling
and
coming up. Thanks.
They go,
There you
wait,
go.
technically he already in Fast and Furious. It's an easy
Right.
segue.
Right. So I do want to do a new thing that like when we're towards the end of our podcast, I want to do something called hot take. Okay. So
Okay,
hot
perfect.
take is a question that we may have seen somewhere or we thought of, and we want to hear each other's thoughts. And then when we post it, we want to hear everybody else's thoughts. So I had this discussion. Um, it's about Jeff Hardy. So Jeff Hardy was on, I think CBV. I think that was a podcast, and he
He's great.
said, yeah, he's amazing. He said that he could have been as big. I'm not quoting him, as big as John Cena. For Black people, Jeff Hardy was like the Allen Iverson of wrestling,
Hmm.
right?
Coolest white boy to ever do it.
Right. I personally don't think he could have been as big as John Cena, but I do believe that he had a great impact when it came to like gear, when it came to, how Don't Try This at Home was because of Jeff Hardy. They put that up there because this nigga was doing wild shit, right? So what do you think? Like, do you think that Jeff Hardy could have been as big as John Cena or bigger than John Cena? Now we're talking about prime Jeff Hardy, where he beat the Undertaker, he got the title, and we're talking about
And
prime
Triple
John
H.
Cena and Triple H too. Those two primes. What do you think? Do you think that Hardy could have been as big as Cena or bigger?
I think Jeff is taking into the fact that he took a very dark turn. He went to a whole nother promotion. If I do feel like if Jeff stayed on the straight and narrow, if he would have took some of those elements that he left and got in TNA like all of like the other character work, absolutely. Absolutely. I think maybe he could have been bigger because I still feel like at least the people that I'm around and like the places that I go to, I feel like Jeff Hardy is a more Jeff Hardy and John Cena are like neck and neck for the like for people who do not watch wrestling. There is no way you do not know Jeff Hardy. There's no way you do not know John Cena. Like
Whole
these
name.
two have yeah, like these two have not only shifted the culture of professional wrestling, but shifted the culture of life, shifted the culture of fashion. Like I I have two pairs of like Jeff slash Matt Hardy style pants. Like I wouldn't be wearing cargo pants if it wasn't for Jeff
The
Hardy.
cargos. The
Yeah, I
cargos,
wouldn't be
yeah.
wearing cargo if it wasn't for Jeff Hardy. I do feel like if Jeff Hardy would have kept his body clean, yeah, like absolutely. Especially given the fact that at the end of the day, even though he may claim WWE as his home, Cena's not a wrestler. Cena's an actor. Cena takes breaks. Like Jeff Hardy only stops when his body cannot handle it. He could have been on the same level of John Cena, or perhaps past him. Absolutely.
Okay. That's just a topic that I've seen a lot, and I don't think that he would have been bigger than John Cena. Neck and neck, like you said, yes.
Not
I
insane to say that.
think I think Jeff Hardy let his demons take over.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I think at some point they were putting you to be the face of the company, but no one wants to work with someone that can't,
Can't handle
you
himself.
know, can't help themselves. Like if I need you to call a move that I may forget, you can't do it because you don't even know the move that you're supposed to do for yourself. Nobody wants to work with people like that. And I think Samoa Joe has said that there was been times that he was drunk and they're wrestling. That it showed that you cared about, like, you didn't really think like, I don't want to damage myself, I don't want to damage my career, I don't want to damage my life, my kids' life. You didn't take that into consideration. So is it now you doing a shoulda coulda woulda? Like, there was a point you beat the Undertaker, you beat Triple H, like, all these are top guys. They put you as the face to be,
Mm-hmm.
and you just said, fuck it. When you was in TNA, you was doing great work. Then look what happened.
Yo.
And I'm talking
For
about TNA, not this TNA, but the TNA back in the day, the better
for
TNA, not
those,
this
for those
shit.
watching, no shade, no disrespect to Jeff Hardy, but if you want to watch
Mhm.
like a man who really doesn't care about himself, his partner, his job, Jeff Hardy versus Sting, Victory Road. Jeff Hardy versus
Oh,
Sting, Victory Road. Oh my god, Jeff Hardy versus Sting, Victory Road.
and that will be it for our podcast. Because that was woo,
Jeff Hardy versus Sting,
messy.
Victory Road. But
That was
we
messy.
have, and remember to subscribe, share with your dad, your dog, your moms. Ring Awareness Podcast on TikTok. Ring Awareness on Twitch. I promise I'm gonna do something with it. I'm just being lazy. Please leave me alone. Ring
Ring
Awareness on
awareness
Instagram. Everywhere.
everywhere. We're everywhere. We what Titus on the worldwide,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
We everywhere, baby. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. We post short clips. We post, if you have any hot takes that you want us to talk about, please let us know in our inbox in the comments, and we will definitely get to it. And if you want to even be a guest on our podcast, please let us know. We are open and we are available. So, have a great time. Have a great time watching this podcast. Please share with everybody, and we're going to see you in the next one.
And remember, we're
Later.
all human.
We are all human, guys. No baby face, no heel. We are just human.
Peace.
Later.